With so much content whizzing around out there, there's only one storytelling platform that helps you keep calm and stay informed and inspired: Flipboard. Flipboard curates the world's stories so you can be smarter in your work, life, and play. Choose from thousands of topics to personalize Flipboard and get the latest stories from the best publishers and experts delivered to you 24/7. When you see stories you want to save or share, tap the plus button to add them to private or public collections. It's that simple. Used by millions of people every day, Flipboard is how people move themselves and the world forward. Get started now at flipboard.com. It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news, with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-Commerce Minute episode 273.
In today's episode, Tagwalk wants to be the Google of fashion.
Alexandra Van Hout was a fashion assistant in Paris. She would sit in the back offices of magazines like Grazia, Glamour, or international editions of Vogue for countless hours researching and cataloging looks for fashion shoots. The process, performed by fashion assistants around the globe, was monotonous and tedious. For a multi-billion-dollar industry that is all about being on the cutting edge, the whole system was totally hopeless, Van Hout told Payments. She figured there had to be a better way. As with any great startup, out of pain comes a great idea. The idea was Tagwalk, which is being dubbed the world's first fashion search engine. By using more than 2,800 keywords, users can search by brand, season, city, trend, color, fabric, or style through 128,000 pictures. Van Hout told the New York Times, "Even if you were the best buyer or trend searcher in town, no one can have an immediate recall on that much content." Now, if you remember that Prada used neon last season and want to see who else did for a mood board, you can do it fast and with just a few clicks of your mouse. The business model does not depend on subscriptions or advertising. It generates revenue from its highly influential 25,000 person user base, who use the site on average 3 times a week. There's a consulting arm for brands on digital and social media growth, and a shopping component that generates revenue via affiliate links. Another feature is the monthly rate a smaller design house can pay to be shown alongside a bigger house, gaining the eyes of busy stylists and editors. Smaller labels would pay about 150 euros, $175, while established houses pay 450 euros, $520. The big feature is mining and selling data. Though the user base is small, its influence is large. So their site viewing habits make for some valuable data for those who need to understand them. For example, brands who want to know the top searches were for fall 2018, Tagwalk can provide that data. We can immediately see and tell a brand which looks are the most searched for, by whom, and which countries, as well as how a brand's collection has fared compared to other brands overall. We think it's a simple idea, but with revolutionary potential. Tagwalk.
Yeah, okay. I don't understand that.
It's a niche, and it's a highly influential, moneyed niche. So while you kind of go, duh, isn't that what the Google is for?
Yeah.
It's highly targeted, which makes it a little bit more valuable than just another Me Too search engine.
All right, I guess that's fine.
So if you work in these fashion houses, they have to do collections, and then how does this happen? You have these fashion assistants, and all they do is put together mood boards and like, oh, here's the ideas for this year, and blah blah blah. And it's literally what she said. They basically go through magazines, and they just sit there and cut up magazines and go, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?
Yeah.
But it's hard to do. It's hard to refer back to collections, because then it's like, well, who's got the 2017 copy of Vogue magazine? Blah, 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 blah. So it just makes it easier. And what she's done, she basically took something that was painful and made it a little easier, and then they figured out how to monetize it. So again, this is probably boring for no one who gives a crap
If
about
you're not
fashion.
in it, but
If you're not in it, but you can filter by women's wear, men's wear, models. There's a blog, there's news. You can just look at couture. You can go by categories. You can select seasons. You can even select by designer. And they have looks like every top designer listed here.
yeah.
And again, it's boring if you're not into fashion or you don't care about that. But if you think about the money that's involved in this type of fashion, this is high fashion. This is not Target. This is not Walmart. You know, this is Acne Studios. This is Balenciaga. This is Chloe. This is Diane von Furstenberg. It's like Givenchy. You're not talking about cheap stuff here. So the people that are looking at this are highly, highly influential.
It's all the biggies.
And the data from that, the data is the secret sauce in here. If they can go and say how many people looked at the Givenchy fall 2018, that's gold right there.
Yeah. And then it looks like you can actually search on anyway, but you can look at the model, you can do like trends, news, like it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think it just cuts down on the whole process of putting together a show because the designer would say, "This is what I see. I see all young willowy blondes wearing Hawaiian shirts." Well, that takes out a lot of work for the fashion assistant. You can just go in here,
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
really simplifying it. I know that there's a lot of work that goes into this,
No,
but
you're totally right.
pretty interesting. And again, I chose the story because she took what you would think would be a simple solution and came up with an idea. And best of luck for her. She's I don't think she's no longer a fashion assistant. She has a staff of 14 and works in Paris. So good for her.
Imagine she was still a fashion assistant.
That would be oh, God. So our name is Alexander Van Hout. The site is called Tagwalk, TAG-WALK. We'll have that and full show notes on our website, ecommerceminute.co. Anything else, Bart?
Nope, that is it, sir.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media @SumoHeavy.